discussion on social media as it relates to gospel competitions. And how would you respond to negative criticism or to your critics, or to critics rather, as it relates to competition in gospel music?
Well, I say that this is more of a celebration. It celebrates the choir, it salutes the choir, it salutes them for their hard work. I mean, you do walk away with a grand prize, but everybody that gets on the stage gets something. Everybody on the stage walks away with a minimum of $3,000. So I don't really know that there is really a competition there. However, competition makes you be better at what you do. The more when you go and see somebody that's great, it pushes you to be great. You know, when you just stick around everybody that's the same, it doesn't push you. So I think competition is good for me. It's healthy because it makes you want to be better.
And tell them to read the Bible.
Yeah.
The Bible says iron sharpens iron. So we ain't gonna get better unless we do sharpen ourselves against somebody who is better. So it's not anything personal. It's not anything. See, I hate when I hear this kind of stuff. Because the reason why I'm better now is because I was listening to Fred trying to copy every run he did when I was a little bitty boy. It wasn't that I was trying. Yeah, I was a little boy. Let me say it. I was a little bitty boy. I'm leaving it. I was a little bitty and a boy. So it's a good thing because it does nothing but make us all better.
It's healthy competition, not negative competition.
And let me show you where that comes from. And when you have the Holy Ghost, now you have to understand it will govern you and teach you how to control that level of competition, because it keeps you from getting in the spirit of bitterness when you lose, or this, and it allows you to acknowledge, like Marvin just said, was something very key. Now let me give you another key. When we first started, I come from a great group of guys that were singing. I was watching Marvin L. Winans, okay, so that's who I was looking at every night that we were performing or ministering. But then I got in the group commission. I wasn't a great singer. I just had a good voice, and I watched Keith Staten. And everybody would say, you know, we should have Keith lead. And I said, no, we're a group that's going to lead all. We're going to all do different leads. But I said in myself, with the Holy Ghost, said, okay, why is this guy so much better than me? Not from a bad place, but from a learning place. And so I would stand, play the bass, and I'd watch him. He'd kick his leg, and then he'd start reaction. And he understood the context of the moment, because he had been singing. He understood the context of what he was singing. He was never, ever performing. He never, ever performed. And when I sat there and watched that, I was able to take on. When I wanted to be a choir person, because when I left the group, I didn't want to be in the choir. I didn't want to hear that. So the Lord said, be a choir. I watched about 7 guys. I watched, number one, I watched Kirk Franklin and the Family. I watched John P. Key. I watched Donald Lawrence in Tri-City. I watched Hezekiah Walker in Fellowship and Love Fellowship. I watched Sounds of Blackness. And those were the choirs that I put on, and I watched them on TV, I videotaped them, and I watched them, and I took the essence of who they were and the DNA and said, okay, now Fred will come up with the inner chord. This is what I'll do, because I'm still not a great choir director. I'm just a guy that say, okay, well, sing this note, sing that note, but but I had to learn. And that is what there's always some sort of competition going on to learn, but not to beat and be like, I'm better than you, and that, y'all get up.
Jealousy there.
Right.